You're trying to have a serious fucking relationship, and you know you can't be away from him for a certain amount of time or they're going to fuck somebody else. I mean, I don't think man or woman fantasizes as that for any sort of significant, serious, or lifetime partner. So I would, hey, you know what? You had a good time with her, and I'd let her go. She's out in California, let her go do whatever the fuck she's going to do. And I would try to find someone that's a little more wired like yourself and see if that works, all right, okay? That's the podcast. I'm going to enjoy my last day here. Hey, thank you to the beautiful country of Italy and everybody from here that treated me and my wife so wonderfully. We'll definitely get to come back once again. Thank you to everybody who came out to my tour through Ireland, England, Scotland, Amsterdam, Belgium, and Germany. Could not have had more fun on this trip. I'm definitely ready to get home. I have not seen my dog, CODO, since July 29th. Yeah, I've not been in the United States since July, so I got to get back before they just cancel my goddamn visa or whatever the fuck it is. All right? That's it. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, if you'd like to donate, this is an easy way to do it. Next time you're going to buy something on Amazon, just go to billburr. Come first, click on the podcast page, and you just hit the Amazon link. All right? It'll take you right to Amazon. It doesn't cost you any extra money, but I get credit for driving traffic that way. If you want to do it, I get it. If you don't, no problem. And also, if you'd like to see me do my first fucking show since my European tour in the United States, I will be in Reno on August 27th, with the absolutely fucking hilarious Todd Retz. One of the funniest fucking people I've ever met in my life. He's the guy. What do you say to handsome he said that to a cop one time that pulled us over when the guy was walking up to the car. And what was so funny was he was a young baby-faced looking cop. And we pulled this over. We were underneath the bridge, so it echoed. I think it was me, him and Lawhead. And I think I lost 6 months of my life trying not to laugh when the cop walked up and he said that he's one of the funniest guys I know and he is not going to be easy to follow. So if you come out to the show, do not show up late because Todd is every bit as funny as I'll ever fucking be. All right, that's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you on Thursday. The whole thing. He said, you know, part of me fights against the dream and insists that I have to do the responsible thing and keep teaching fuck all of that. Fuck all of the responsible thing to do is to listen to your heart. My question for you, either in your career, when you were trying to build an audience and make it as a stand-up comedian, did you struggle with the financial strain of chasing your dream? Did you ever have to choose between a good-paying job or doing stand-up? How hard was it to work at a shitty job just so you could chase your dream? Did you ever think that maybe you were wasting your time? Any advice or encouragement? I think I answered all of those. It wasn't hard to work at the shitty job because I was always thinking about the exciting job I was going to do afterwards. And every night that I just went up on stage. And if it just went moderately okay, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe. I have to be honest with you, I couldn't fucking believe that I was actually doing it, I had a dream and I was making it happen. And I still remember the first time I really went on stage and I actually got in the zone for what was considered a zone at the level comic I was. And I only was in the zone for about 8 seconds. I was at Nick's Comedy Stop in Framingham on Route 9. It doesn't even exist anymore. And I just got on this roll of laughter that I was actually able to pause and fucking be in the moment and enjoy it rather than being like, oh my God, what's my next joke? What's my next joke? And that fucking feeling can carry you through a fucking shitty job for a week, chasing to get back on stage to feel that again. And then the first time I got $5 for gas money, Freddie Stone, I've told all these stories. Freddie Stone, the excitable boy is what he went by. I did a room for him and he gave me $5 gas money. So I tried to get there and I couldn't fucking believe it. And I was like, I did that and he gave me this. I couldn't fucking believe it. At one point, just listen to the sound of my voice as I'm talking about this. Have you ever had that level of excitement doing any other fucking job? That's what it's like when you go after a dream job. So nothing is worse than not going after it, okay? And doing the responsible thing and all of that type of shit. And then you sit in your house with all your responsible stuff. Fuck all of that is financially, I did not do the responsible thing. And then, yeah, I've said all these stories. I fucking used to eat spaghetti every fucking night with a can of fucking Prego and then a bunch of bread, and I would just fill myself up on that. Or I go Denny's and I get the 5-stack of pancakes and just pour it in my stomach like concrete so I wouldn't have to eat the whole fucking day and do stand-up in some cafeteria at some fucking college, and quitting never entered my mind. I just kept trying to get better at it. Because as bad as some of those gigs were, the great ones were way better. So you'll have all of these stories just in a literary way. So without a doubt, you have to fucking do it. And I can tell you right now, man, like, with what you've already accomplished, like to me, I would be thinking like I can affect way more people and make way more fucking money and live a dream being a professional, right? I mean, writer, I mean, that'd be unbelievable. Be unbelievable. So, not to say there's anything wrong with teaching, but if teaching isn't your dream, that's just the job you're doing. So I'm not shitting on teachers out there. It's one of the most underrated jobs and, of course, most underpaid jobs ever. But I'm just trying to amp you up here. So go out and fucking do it and email me when you get published, because I think you're going to, I don't think look, if you bunch up against a bunch of other shit writers and you won one thing, but you got two things going on here, all right? Give me a fucking break, all right? You just need to push yourself out of the fucking bush. Not the bush, the nest, the bush, the feed, the bush. That was oddly gross. All right, that's the fucking podcast for this week.
Oh, this fucking burrito's fucking with me. Hiccups. What did I do? Back on the horse, back on the horse, back on the horse. I go to the gym every day.
It's just become popular. If you don't want me fat, go to the gym every day. You cut to... All right, hit the gym hard. Go after your dreams. Go fuck yourselves. I'll check in on you on Thursday. See ya. But I have the real tea, okay? And I am 99% sure that Kevin is really a leprechaun, okay? That's a leprechaun right there. You heard me. He's a whimsical, mysterious trickster. And that's why he's a leprechaun, not because of his height, you low-hanging fruit motherfuckers. Kevin is magical. He knows stuff that he should know. He tells me all types of stuff, okay, about my relationships. That's private stuff. This one time, okay, I had just started dating this guy. I hadn't told anybody, and Kevin jumps out of the bushes out of nowhere, and he goes, "This dude is trash. You can do better." Then he clicked his heels, and he ran off in his Nikes, and I swear they had buckles on them. I don't know how he got Jordan to do it, but he got Jordan to put buckles on his Nikes. Then he opened a vegan restaurant. I don't know how he did it. But he made grass taste like chicken. Have you tried it? It is magically delicious in Macon. It's so good. What's up, dog? So I was just in London. Yours, not the real one I was in. Does that not bother you? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city, and then they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like one? And you're like, the real one, or this turd you put in a dress, like that's your favorite place, all right? Like the balls of Paris, Tennessee, to name their city, Paris, and then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like you're gonna walk around confused, like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Come on, can I get me a croissant? That place sucks. So we were leaving London, Ontario. It bothers me just to say it. We were leaving London, Ontario, headed back to Toronto, and we passed by a strip club named Beef. Yeah, your hearing is working just fine. There's a strip club named Beef. Like, can you even wrap your head around the confidence a young lady has to have just to audition at Beef? Like, just to be like, I know they're hiring at Diamonds, but I'm more of a Beef girl. Like, that's such an aggressive name, even for a casual conversation. They'll be like, oh, you strip? What do you strip at, Beef? Jesus. What goes on there? Pretty intense shit, actually. We recommend you start your night at a different strip club and graduate to Beef. You don't want to start here, we'll wreck your life. I'd be like, all right, I believe you. Is this not registering to you? Beef is the name of the strip club. Christ, Fart is a better name for a strip club. If somebody was like, you want to go to strip club? It's called Fart. I'd be like, no, I don't want to go there. There's another one called Beef. All right, let's check out Fart and then see where we end up afterwards.
Are you going to answer honestly? Are you ever just tired of being alive? Like, just me. Really? I'm not suicidal. I just feel like I've done a lot and I've seen a lot. And now I'm like, let's wrap this shit up.
How many days are there exactly? You know what I want to do? Skip a grade. Remember elementary school? And you get to like the first day of grade 3 and you're like, hey, where's Kevin? And they go, he skipped. And you're like, excuse me, how? And they're like, he can add like a son of a bitch, I don't know, 4, 8, 12. He gets it. You're like, I want to skip. And they're like, don't even worry about that. Get that out of your mind. I would love to do that in real life. Wouldn't that be it? Like, let's say you kill it this year, like you wreck this year, and then in December, like a magical, 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 magical. And you're like, yeah, I know. And they're like, how many years do you want to skip? I'd be like, what, 30? Just cruise into retirement. First of all, I don't want to live to be that old anyway. 71 maybe? Yeah, 70. So you can experience like some official old stuff. Like, I feel like when you turn 70, you're old, and then people start talking to you like you're a pet, Like, that's got to be fun for a minute, right? When they're like, can I get you anything? And you're like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck was that? So ridiculous. I don't want to live much longer than that. I hear people go like, I want to live to be 100. Really? Have you seen 80? My dad has a friend that's 87. He looks like a fucking goblin, okay? And he knows it too. He's like, I'm coming around the corner. Look down. Like, he knows what he looks like. Yeah, it's terrifying that, when he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication. And I go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. He won't take me if I see him now. He goes, I go, how you doing? He goes, unfortunately alive, yeah. I mean, I will be the best old guy. I realize that because I already have their personality. Like, I'm super antisocial. I don't want to do anything. But whenever anybody says, like, hey, man, do you want to go check out the... I go, no, to the rest of your sentence. Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more, as long as I live for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm all set. That's the same as old people. You can try it. Boom, be like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. That's what's up, Grandpa. You know how to do it. But you know what? Here's the thing. I want to be that type of old. I don't know what age it is. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. That looks awesome. You know, like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. And someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snaps. Sit down like, okay, that looks amazing. You guys were great. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. Yeah. What's up, dog? So I was just in London. Yours, not the real one I was in. Does it not bother you? Like what Burley City is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. And then they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London? And you're like, the real one? Or this turd you put in a dress, like that's your favorite place. All right? Like the Balls of Paris, Tennessee, to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like you're going to walk around confused, like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Come on. Can I get me a croissant? That place sucks. So we were leaving London, Ontario. It bothers me just to say it. We were leaving London, Ontario, headed back to Toronto, and we passed by a strip club named Beef. Ah, yeah, your hearing is working just fine. There's a strip club named Beef. Like, can you even wrap your head around the confidence a young lady has to have just to audition at Beef? Like, just to be like, I know they're hiring at Diamonds, but I'm more of a Beef girl. Like, that's aggressive name even for a casual conversation to be like, oh, you strip, where do you strip at? Beef. Jesus, what goes on there? Pretty intense, actually. We recommend you start your night at a different strip club and graduate to Beef. You don't want to start here, we'll wreck your life. I'd be like, all right, I believe you. Is this not registering to you? Beef is the name of a strip club. Christ. Fart is a better name for a strip club. If somebody was like, you want to go to a strip club? It's called Fart. I'd be like, no, I don't want to go there. There's another one called Beef. All right, let's check out Fart and then see where we end up afterwards. Are you going to answer honestly? Are you ever just tired of being alive? Like, just me? Really? I'm not suicidal. I just feel like I've done a lot and I've seen a lot. And now I'm like, you know, like, let's wrap this shit up. Like, how many days are there exactly? You know what I want to do? Skip a grade. You remember elementary school? And you get to like the first day of like grade 3 and you're like, hey, where's Kevin? And then you go, he skipped. And you're like, excuse me, how? And it's like, act like a, yeah, son of a bitch, I don't know. He's 4'8", 12, he gets it. Then you're like, I want to skip. And they're like, don't even worry about that. Get that out of your mind. I would love to do that in real life. Wouldn't that be it? Like, let's say you kill it this year. Like, you wreck this year, and then in December, like a magical fairy or a government official comes to your house, and they're like, dude, you crushed it this year. And you're like, yeah, I know. And they're like, how many years do you want to skip? I'd be like, what, 30? Just cruise into retirement. First of all, I don't want to live to be that old anyway. 71 maybe? Yeah, 70. So you can experience, like, some official old stuff. Like, I feel like when you turn 70, you're old. And then people start talking to you like you're a pet, you know? Like, that's got to be fun for a minute, right? When they're like, can I get you anything? And you're like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck was that? So ridiculous. I don't want to live much longer than that. I hear people go like, I want to live to be 100. Really? Have you seen 80? My dad has a friend that's 87. He looks like a fucking goblin, okay? And he knows it too. He's like, I'm coming around the corner. Look down. Look, he knows what he looks like. Yeah, it's terrifying. When he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication. And I go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. He won't take me if I see him now. I go, how you doing? He goes, unfortunately alive. Yeah. I mean, I will be the best old guy. I realize that because I already have their personality. Like, I'm super antisocial. I don't want to do anything. Like, whenever anybody says, like, hey, man, do you want to go check out the... I go, no to the rest of your sentence? Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more. As long as I live for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm all set. That's the same as old people. You can try it. Be like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. And he'll go, fuck Steve. I know everybody I need to know. I want to watch my show. That's what's up, Grandpa. You know how to do it? You know what? Here's the thing. I want to be that type of old. I don't know what age it is. It's an old tip where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. That looks awesome. You know, like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. and someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snaps, sit down. Like, okay, that looks amazing. You guys were great. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. Yeah. What's up, dog? So I was just in London. Yours, not the real one I was in. Does that not bother you? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. And then they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London? And you're like, the real one? Or this turd you put in a dress? Like, that's your favorite place, all right? Like the balls of Paris, Tennessee, to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like, you're going to walk around confused, like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Come, can I get me a croissant? That place sucks. So we're leaving London, Ontario. It bothers me just to say it. We were leaving London, Ontario, headed back to Toronto, and we passed by a strip club named Beef. What am I? Yeah, your hearing is working just fine. There's a strip club named Beef. Like, can you even wrap your head around the confidence a young lady has to have just to audition at Beef? Like, just to be like, I know they're hiring at Diamonds, but I'm more of a Beef girl. Like, that's such an aggressive name, even for a casual conversation, to be like, oh, you strip. Where do you strip at Beef? Jesus, what goes on there? Pretty intense shit. Actually, we recommend you start your night at a different strip club and graduate to Beef. You don't want us out here, we'll wreck your life. I'll be like, all right, I believe you. Just not registering to you? Beef is the name of a strip club. Christ. Fart is a better name for a strip club. If somebody was like, you want to go to a strip club? It's called Fart. I'd be like, no, I don't want to go there. There's another one called Beef. All right, let's check out Fart and then see where we end up afterwards. Are you going to answer honestly? Are you ever just tired of being alive like just me? Really? I'm not suicidal. I just feel like I've done a lot and I've seen a lot. And now I'm like, let's wrap this shit up. Like, how many days are there exactly? You know what I want to do? Skip a grade. You remember elementary school and you get to like the first day of grade 3 and you're like, hey, where's Kevin? And they go, he skipped. And you're like, excuse me, how? And they're like, he can add like a son of a bitch. I don't know. He's just 4, 8, 12. He gets it. And you're like, I want to skip. And they're like, don't even worry about that. Get that out of your mind. I would love to do that in real life. Wouldn't that be it? Like, let's say you kill it this year, like you wreck this year, and then in December, like a magical fairy or a government official comes to your house and they're like, dude, you crushed it this year. And you're like, yeah, I know. And they're like, how many years do you want to skip? And they'd be like, what, 30? Just cruise into retirement. First of all, I don't want to live to be that old anyway, 71 maybe. Yeah, 70. So you can experience like some official old stuff. Like, I feel like when you turn 70, you're old, and then people start talking to you like you're a pet, like, that's got to be fun for a minute, right? When they're like, can I get you anything? And you're like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck was that? So ridiculous. You don't want to live much longer than that? I hear people go like, I want to live to be 100. Really? You've seen 80? My dad has a friend that's 87. He looks like a fucking goblin. Okay? And he knows it too. He's like, I'm coming around the corner. Look down. Like he knows what he looks like. Yeah, it's terrifying. When he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication. And they go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. He won't take me if I see him now. I go, how you doing? He goes, unfortunately, alive. Yeah, I mean, I will be the best old guy. I realize that because I already have their personality. Like, I'm super antisocial. I don't want to do anything. Like, whenever anybody says, like, hey, man, do you want to go check out the... I go, no to the rest of your sentence. Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more. As long as I live for the rest of my life, yeah, I'm all set. That's the same as old people. You can try it. You're like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. Then we'll go, fuck Steve. I know everybody. I need to know. I want to watch my show. That's what's up, Grandpa. You know how to do it. You know what? Here's the thing. I want to be that type of old. I don't know what age it is. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. That looks awesome. Like, it's like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. And someone's like, are you out of your mind? The spinal snap, sit down. Like, okay, that looks amazing. You guys were great. Thanks a lot. Have a good... we are when we welcome a guy like this onto the show. Welcome Ohio native comedian Tom Segura, folks. So, okay, before we get into this, shout out to everybody all over the world doing their thing and stuff like that. Shout out to Danny Atz, XVLB. You know what I'm saying? Got it. So, okay, this guy, I didn't want to know anything about him before he came on. I thought there's a lot of mystery behind these sunglasses. I started asking him some questions like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. So this is one big surprise coming up here. So I first want to welcome you, tell you I think you have the coolest style of any comedian that has come on the show. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. This is your look. Normally, this is how I roll. Yeah. Coming from Ohio, being from Cincinnati. Like, where do you kind of get your inspiration? I guess from your clothes, from the streets mostly. I travel a lot. I'm a SoCal guy now. I just picked it up from fighting people, beefing. Like I got this, I don't know, beef. Well, I heard you had some beef with Crazy Lokes. Is it yet? Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Lokes. So he's this rapper from San Jose that has been, challenging me on YouTube wanting to fight. And, he like physically fight. Yeah, he wants to step in the ring and he's been working out like Target and a Walmart training and stuff. And, I just want him to know that I've been in Home Depot and Staples and I've been throwing around like 2x4s and I'm just ready to get down. I just want him, and saying I want him to know, you feel me? Don't talk about, and saying that I'm ready to do this. So whenever he wants to step in the ring, we can get down. All right, well, that's his challenge there. We just put that out there for the world. I want the whole world to know that. Just reach out to Crazy Lokes and we can do this whenever he wants to do it. Okay, well, I don't want to mess with you. Do you do this with other comedians too? Do you get into these? I mean, if they want to feel these hands, yeah, they can let me know and I'll let them know right back. I try to keep it, pretty easy. Most of the time, if I'm DJing or if you DJ as well, yeah, I'll be DJing this weekend here. I'm going to tweet out the location for a pop-up show. It's all about business. I'll be after the stand-up. I'll be doing some sets. Oh, so you do it all? Oh, yeah. What else do you do that I'm not aware of? Gymnastics, I do that. I mean, I hear you laughing, but I'm actually pretty damn good at it. Really? Yeah. I mean, I could do, if I wanted to, I could do 6 flips right here, right now. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. If we didn't have these cameras right here, I would challenge you. And I want to pay that. You don't want to pay the cost effect. So gymnast as well, gymnast. I'm an animal trainer. I train dogs. I can train. I'm actually one of the few guys that can train cats too. So a lot of people, what's the coolest thing you've trained a cat to do? Probably answer a phone. Not like Mr. Jinx with the flush in the toilet. Did they know how to do that too? I trained a cat. If he hears a phone ring, flush the toilet. Yeah. He can hit the speakerphone button. I like this guy. Because you can't tell what he's serious. What? He's joking. Is that what that's what your comedy's like? We see your hand. We got a minute to wrap this up. I'm okay. Well, so what? That means we still have a minute to get some really cool things out there. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. You work with your wife very closely too. Yes.
How does that work?
Because she's a comedian as well. She's a person and she's a living human woman. She allows me to touch her and she likes me. So we have a good relationship. I made a baby with her. Wonderful, consensual. Everything was cool. And we love him. He's our son. He's already training right now. He's 15 weeks old. I got him lifting. I got him doing push-ups. He's going to be something that you don't want to mess with for sure. You're going to be a big deal. Well, he's going to take after you, then challenge all these rappers and comedians out there. Don't mess with this man, Lokes. If you want to step up and get hit, you know what to do, man. Meet me at the Home Depot on 6th Street, downtown LA, Monday at 3 o'clock, and we can see what happens. I'm sure he's watching, too, right now. Guarantee you he's watching. Tom Segura here. Well, this is a very different look for you, I must say. I don't even know who that is. So that guy's down at Hilarities tonight through Saturday, right? That's right. Go check him out. That's more like the character I do. That's the old school you, okay? This is the new you. How much does this thing weigh? Sorry, can I? Yeah, good. Okay. That's some heavy-duty stuff there. It was $18,000. You're living the dream. Living the dream, bud. Thanks for being here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Cleveland. Shout out to the Greenhouse Tavern. Good place, huh? It's a spot right there. Awesome place to go. All right, go check them out this weekend, guys, at Hilarity. Still to come on New Day. Cleveland, we are toasting to some warmer weather. Easy recipes for spring spritzers. You might want to stick around and get a spring spritzer. I would love a spritzer. All right, what is that? What's a spritzer? Drinks right over there. Nice drinks for the summertime. I'll have one. Okay. Life is basically, it's hotels. Being in a hotel, just waiting for the show, sad, right? I'm just waiting for the show to start. And you're like, what? What am I going to do? I mean, you can only jerk off so many times before you're like, all right, I'm going to do it again. But right now, it hurts to find something else to do. I absolutely ruin hotel rooms. Like, if you stay in a hotel room, after I stay there, shit is going to itch on you. Okay? Just being honest. Come on, hotels are great. Everybody loves hotels, especially when you check in with your significant other. Why? Because, in a hotel, you're going to have sex, but you're going to have an elevated form of sex. You're going to have hotel room sex, which is let's have sex, but let's also disrespect this room. Yeah, I do that too, except I'm alone. Like, I always wipe my balls on the curtains, because I know they don't change those. Think about that the next time you want some. Are you guys working? Yep. All right, good. Hi, I'm Tom Segura. My new special, Ball Hog, is streaming now on Netflix. Netflix invited me to come market my special, and I said, no, you come to me. I'm not coming to you. So they're here now in my podcast studio. Come on, let's check it out. We are very inclusive here at YMH Studios. Anyone can pee or poop or do anything they want in the bathroom. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or undecided. Do what you want here. That's Chris. He's working. That's right. No breaks. Look at the fucking screen. We're moving into the studio area here. This is our B set. But as you can see, I'm doing podcasts in Spanish. I don't see fucking Dave Chappelle doing that. Burr Kreischer and I. Bert, who has? Hey, big boy. Also now streaming on Netflix. We do 2 bears, 1 cave right here. We usually add extra weight support on this side. We reinforce the floor because this is where Bert sits and he's fat. Most podcasts are done in somebody's basement or attic or car, but not here at YMH Studios. Almost 10 years we've been doing Your Mom's House. We've had multiple sets. This is obviously by far the most elaborate. This is where our guests sit. We've had so many wonderful guests, so many comedians, also, you know, great musicians, actors. A lot of times musicians have better senses of humor than comedians. Some comedians are really not fun. This is where Christina P. sits. Hey, specials on Netflix. You can watch The Degenerates, Her Mother Inferior. This is for her back because she has lower back pain. And then this one's for her on Jim said I had 2 kids. They're mine. I was there for both. Somebody drew, that's our dog FIFO, rest in peace. For some reason, they drew 6 tits on him. I was invited to do stand-up at a minor league baseball game, and Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer, was playing for the San Diego Sea Dogs, and they gave away bobbleheads that night, and they had me do stand-up before the game started. It wasn't good when they were like, you can come back during the 7th inning stretch and do more stand-up. And I was like, did you see what just happened? No. This was sent to us because we did a lot of segments on pup play. Pup play is for people who wish to pretend to be dogs. And sometimes it gets sexual. It doesn't have to be. It can be very innocent. You can be a pup with your child, or you can have a friend who wants to have a tail inserted in them, and they do that rectally. This is like a velvety soft wall. I love a soft wall. I wish you guys could touch it. It's so soft, I feel like every time I walk by a store that has a jacket, it's over for me. I remember what I was doing when I bought some of these jackets because they're like related to shows. I did a show last year in Long Beach, and I bought this and I wore it once. I was in Dallas again, walking around a mall hours before a show, and I was like, I should get a jacket for the show. There you go, Gucci. 2 days before I shot Ball Hog, I was like, I don't want to wear a leather jacket. I don't want to be the leather guy, but I still have the jacket. I feel like I should put it on. Nice jacket, Tom. Thanks, you got it for me. Netflix, I appreciate it. The color of this coffee. This is a little light for me. There's a little too much milk in this. Somebody else who works here apparently just likes milk. I would murder somebody if they gave me this to drink, this coffee. You're still working, right? Well, check out this jacket. Netflix bought this for me. Oh, yeah, but I didn't tell them that I didn't wear it in the special that they bought it for.
Do they know that now?
Now they do. I was actually Jay and my D on the road in a hotel room, and I saw an adult film site that had this lady really going to town on this guy's beanbag. And I was like, I wonder if there's more of that. I wonder if there's a whole genre just dedicated to that. And there is. I found that there's actually a whole series called Ball Hogs where these ladies just do things to guys' balls. And it was way cool. So I named my special that thank you for coming to visit my podcast studio. Thank you for watching. Or if you have not yet, please go watch Ball Hog now streaming on Netflix. It was a lot of fun, but we have work to do. You guys really have to go. Please, please, please get out of here. Go. Get the fuck out of here, man. I probably checked into 400 hotels this year. And when I tell you that this has happened to me more than half a dozen times, I am not exaggerating. Every hotel check-in begins usually the same. It's standard hotels. You know, the people at the desk, they go, last name. And this just happened to me, last name. And I go, Segura. And the guy goes, whoa, are you Japanese? 100%. Yeah. And he just goes, oh, we don't get a lot of Japanese people here. That's pretty cool. So I have to stop him and go, hey, man, I'm not Japanese. And he goes, Sagura. Segura sounds Japanese. I go, that's because you're saying it Japanese. I could be Smith. And if you want to go Smith, it's Japanese. He goes, well, what are you? Which is fucking rude. Can I just say, it's never important to ask that question. What are you? It's never important to ask that. It's sometimes important, but not a lot. When is it important? Sushi chef, accountant, and 100-meter dash. Outside of that, sometimes it matters. So I tell him, I go, Segura is Spanish. And he goes, that's weird. You look white. I go, I am white. And he goes, but you're Spanish, correct? He goes, do you speak Spanish? I said, yes. He goes, so you're Mexican? I go, no. He goes, I don't know what's going on. So what's going on is you failed fucking social studies.
You're not too good at geography either. Then I see his head drop, like he feels bad. I'm like, look, man, you understand there's white people in Mexico.
You know that part? And he goes, no, I don't. So there's white people there, there's black people there, there's even Asian people there. And if you really want to shit your pants, those Asian people, they speak Spanish too. You don't expect it, but they're like dim sum Asian and they speak Spanish. I swear to God, there's no more liberating and fun thing to do in this world than scream in your best aggressive black guy voice. Holy shit. So much fun. I highly recommend you do it. Not if you're black. If you're black, you already do it. But if you're white, do it. Do it in public. Do it where there are black people. And here's a little secret. If you do it well, there's a possibility that a black guy will yell back in return. I do it all the time. I live in Los Angeles. Pick your spot. I go to Crenshaw. There's never a shortage there. I do. I hang back and I go, hey, yeah. Sometimes a black guy will go, sup, dit. I did it to Big Daddy Kane one time. I swear to God. I swear, hand to God. If you don't know who Big Daddy Kane is, you can go fuck yourself, okay? I was standing on Sunset Boulevard. A limousine pulled up, like, for Sunset. Really? All right. A limo pulled up, like, I don't know, 35th for me. I was just like, all right, see the door open. Who's getting out of this limo expecting, like, a bachelor party or some shit? Fucking Big Daddy Kane. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And something just took over, you know? Spirit grabbed me. And I was like, sup, Kane? His head whipped around. He was like, you. I was like, that wasn't me. Somebody over there did that shit. That wasn't me. If you ever see Big Daddy Kane, please do the same shit. God, it's so weird, people. People ask me, like, I get asked fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down how crazy that is? Like, people come up to me and they're like, hey, you travel a lot, right? And I'm like, yeah, like, where should I go? I don't fucking know you, man. You ask travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, hey, man, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation? Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, oh, I hate the Asian world. And you're like, oh, shit, I didn't know that about you. Yeah, I killed like 4 of them. What are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah, now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer. Here's all I'm saying. I can't tell you where to go. I can tell you where not to go, wherever. They filmed the first 48 on EN. If you're not familiar with the show, here's what it is. Camera crews follow real homicide detectives for the first 48 hours after a murder. And the reason that that time distinction is so important is that after 48 hours, they give up on that murder. They're like, that's some old shit. What do you want to do today? You're like, how about you keep trying to solve that murder, man? That shit happened on Monday. It's Wednesday. We're not going to solve that shit. Really, there are so many amazing moments on that show, so many. A lot of the episodes take a similar path. I'm blown away, first of all, at how many times there's a witness to a murder. It's crazy. I always thought murders happen in dark alleys. Nobody saw shit. Oh, every other episode, they're like, you see that shit? And I was like, I saw that shit. Yeah. Where? Right fucking here? Really? I was standing here, and then he killed that dude there. What did he look like? He was like 5'2" to 6'8", something like that. That's the fucking description you're going to give us? Uh-huh. Anything else about him? Yeah, he had ears, too. Thanks, man. No problem. They still will sketch that shit out, and they show it to people. Do you know this guy? And everyone's like, nah. But then one guy will be like, yeah, that's cricket, right? There. You're like, oh, shit. You know, I've been knowing cricket 27 years. What's his real name? Man, that's just cricket. And I don't even know. Stop being white and weird. That's a perfect fucking impression. And you know exactly who that was. Okay? Yeah, it's a black guy, and he's wearing a wife beater, and he's got on a dirty hat, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He looks like he's about 33, but you find out he's 76 years old, and he speaks super aggressively to the cops. I've been out here for a minute. They're like, all right, Jesus Christ. When was the last time you saw him? He came through with jellyfish last week. And they were looking for some smoke, and they're like, all right, Jesus Christ. They always cut to the whitest detective from that guy, too. They cut from that guy to a guy who's like, I don't think he's going to help us out. We're going to have to find cricket on our own. That show is the best moment in television. It's the most dramatic thing you could ever see because it's real life. And that is the interrogation, amazing, because here's the thing about drama. If you want to have a great dramatic moment, raise the stakes. Guess what? There's no higher stakes than somebody being questioned about taking somebody else's life. It's inherently compelling television. It is also super serious, but the detectives insist on using the suspect's street name. So the whole thing turns into a fucking cartoon. Like, they're literally, like, your life is on the line. We need to talk to you. Why don't you have a seat, little stank? Why don't you sit down for a second? Did you or did you not know Dookie Shoes? I go, no Dookie Shoes. I got a picture of you hanging out with Dookie Shoes. I mean, I seen him, no. And then they'll throw one bit of evidence against the wall, hoping it'll solve the case. They'll be like, well, we were talking to N.A. I mean, he said that you were at the 7-Eleven last week, and he'll be like, yeah, I shot him in the face. And you're like, goddamn, really? That's all it took to break you, dude. Lie for longer. You can kill somebody. You can't lie for 10 minutes about it. Like, dudes will break on anything. They'll be like, we heard you had on a blue shirt last Friday. Yeah, I stabbed those 4 people. Dude, a lot of people have blue shirts, man. You can still get out of this. Here's what I've learned watching that show. Okay, lawyer up. You can't handle that shit. Everybody's like, I'm going to talk to the cops and straighten this whole thing out. But you're going to do 25 to life. Have fun with that, man. Nobody asked for a lawyer. I've seen 300 people get interrogated on this show. 2 of them were like, can I talk to a lawyer? And both times the detectives were like, fuck. And then at the end of those episodes that said on the screen, all charges against Tayshaun were dropped. Or Jim, pick a fucking name, let's be honest. There's no Jims on the show, but I've seen every episode, and none start with, hey, Bryce, can we talk to you for a second, man? Where were you last Friday? I was over at Tanner's house. Then Skylar had a party, so we went over there quick, and then we picked up Connor, and we had pancakes. Sorry, bro. Good detective, bro. Oh, man, I was in London, Canada. They have one, and doesn't that kind of bother you a little bit? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. They have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London, the real one, or this turd you put in a dress? Because like the fucking balls on Paris, Tennessee, to name their city Paris, and then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like you're gonna walk around confused, like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at. Can I get me a croissant? Fuck Paris, Tennessee. I went to a doctor's office, and it's not Dr. Dickhead that I was telling you about. This is a different doctor. He's a doctor because he got a business card and he put DR period on it. His office was such a piece of shit that you could hear the conversation going on between the doctor and the patient ahead of you, which is never supposed to happen. So as I'm waiting for my turn to go in, I'm waiting and I hear the doctor go, oh, what is your medical need for marijuana? And the guy in there goes, oh, I have a bone disease. And I was like, oh, shit, I don't have a bone disease. Like, I thought you could just be like, weed's awesome. And he'd be like, yeah, fuck no, man. So I start to panic and turn like, what am I going to say? And in my mind, I just go to the worst shit. Like in my mind, like just say you have AIDS, like just tell them you have AIDS. And they'll be like, when do you find out? Like I just found out like 5 minutes ago. They go, you don't seem that bummed out. Well, I'm just happy to be here. So let's wrap this shit up, man. For some reason, I picked him asking me to prove it, which they would never be like, prove it. And they're like, oh, I left my AIDS card at home. I don't have it on me. And I go, that's way too dramatic. Just dial it back. I'm like, oh, I'll just say I have cancer. That's much more believable. Then I start thinking of all my family members that have died of cancer, and I'm like, man, if I say I have cancer just to get weed, I am getting cancer next fucking week. By the time I have that thought, I'm sitting in front of the doctor. He's like, I go, what? He goes, what is your medical need for marijuana? And the best I can come up with on the spot is my eyes hurt. And he goes, you have vision problems? And I go, oh, yeah. And he goes, you don't wear glasses? And he goes, can't? Hurts, everything hurts. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. He writes me a prescription. I go to leave. As I leave, I see the guy who's going in next, and I don't know why. I think it's going to be funny to listen because I think he's not going to get it, and I'll tell you why. I completely judged the guy because the guy is your typical lie cholo Mexican gangbanger, okay? It's a very specific look. You've seen movies, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Khaki Dickies with an oversized white t-shirt. Chuck Taylors and LA hats. And also an LA tat in like this general area here. So it's like, if I lose my hat, I still have my favorite team right fucking here. So I listen at the door, I'm like, ha! And I hear the doctor go, what is your medical need for marijuana? And the guy goes, I just really like the way that weed makes me feel. And then the doctor wrote him a prescription for that. Yeah, you don't have to lie. You can just be like, weed's awesome. And he's like, yeah, I fucking know. I feel sorry for all the people with diseases that keep coming in here, man. And the last dude's eyes didn't even work. It was sad. You're lucky you have your health essay. So I was just in London. Yours, not the real one I was in. Does that not bother you? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. Then they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London? And you're like, the real one? Oh, this turd you put in a dress. Like, that's your favorite place. All right. Like the balls of Paris, Tennessee, to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. You're going to walk around confused. Like, oh, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Come on. Can I get me a croissant? 10. Come on. That's 8. It's 8. And the best is, I go, so how does this work? Because he shows me this beautiful penis. You know, I go, this is fantastic. I want this in my life. And he goes, well, we'll shave you down. We have this thing, and it has, like, extra skin so that it sits flush on you and it's glued to you. But on the backside, there's a little hole. I mean, a little hole, and he goes, and that's where you put yourself. And I go, I don't know if I'll fit in that. He goes, he'll fit. Like, heels right. Well, no problem. Yeah, he just sized you up. Yeah, sized me up. He knew. Did you get to hang on to the penis, or is it? They even gave me a backup. They go, we made 2. We gave back. You know what my grandma always said? You can never have too many penis. History of fun. Well, the show is called Bad Thoughts. It premieres May 13th on Netflix. Tom Segura, everybody. Thank you, Tom. We'll be back with Crack Guillermo. Do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now? 20 million, that's right, yeah. That's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20 million at one point. Come on, that's 8. It's 8. And the best is, I go, so how does this work? Because he shows me this beautiful penis, you know, this is fantastic. I want this in my life. And he goes, well, we'll shave you down. We have this thing and it has like extra skin so that it sits flush on you and it's glued to you. But on the backside, there's a little hole in the little hole. And he goes, and that's where you put yourself. And I go, I don't know if I'll fit in that. And he goes, you'll fit. And he was right, I'd fit. No problem. Yeah. He just sized you up. Yeah, sized me up. He just knew he knew. Did you get to hang on to the penis? Or is it? They even gave me a backup. They go, we made 2. We gave back. You know what my grandma always said? You can never have too many penis. History of. Well, the show is called Bad Thoughts. It premieres May 13th on Netflix. Tom Segura, everybody. Thank you, Tom. We'll be back with Crack Guillermo. Do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now? 20 million, that's right, yeah. That's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20 million and one. Have you here? Go see these guys in Las Vegas, Burr and Tom Silver at the MGM Super Bowl weekend and the Come Together stand-up tour here in L.A. You'll be at the Netflix as a Joke Fest on May 9th. Tickets are all available. Tom Segura Com. Thank you, Tom. We'll be back with Mammoth Double to talk about.
Yeah, I go, why?
And she goes, because she stopped. I go, I'm sorry. Would I be allowed to stay if I was just sitting at your bar, just kind of toying with the top, like, would you tap me on the shoulder, be like, excuse me, will you put your leaky dick back in your pants, thanks? You want some chicken fingers or Sprite or something? I say, you call the SWAT team, and they would rappel into the building. Someone would crack my fucking head on the side of the bar, and you'd have a parade as my corpse was carried out. And she goes, you're right about that. We as a nation, we have been traumatized by these horrific laws and people being imprisoned for having weed. And it highlights the absurdity of not only it having been illegal and so crazy for so many years, but also highlights how the next generation will not believe our stories about it at all. There's a 0% chance they will understand what we're talking about. It'd be like trying to tell a kid now, like, hey, pigeons used to deliver messages to people. They'd be like, what the fuck are you saying right now? It'll be the same thing. I'm going to sit my son down one day and be like, when I was your age to get weed, I almost died. And he'll be like, why was 7-Eleven on fire or something? They didn't sell it at 7-Eleven. Daddy used to get in cars with strangers. Where are we going? Turn out. All right. 3-hour round trips to buy weed. If you're like, oh, what kind of weight were you moving? $20 worth of marijuana. That kind of major. I bought weed from a dude in a standalone trailer one time. Not a trailer park, a solo trailer. The most terrifying housing situation that exists. Like where other trailer people are like, get thee out of here. They kick them out. I just walk up to that shit, 15, and this dude's like, you trying to get a sack? I was like, oh, shit, yeah. He goes, we could go do that. I was like, all right, cool. He goes, we just need to go get it. I was like, you don't fucking have it. That's your sole responsibility. So I tried to play cool. I was like, all right, let's go get it. He goes, I'll go get it. You stay here and watch my place. I was like, okay. And he goes, there's a 357 and a shotgun on my bed. Anybody comes in here, blast them inside paralysis. But what I said was, that's what's up. Like, yeah, man, I moved recently because of you. Nice folks, I could buy a nice house, and I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, thank you. I bought a house in a neighborhood, though, that I think is too nice, like it kind of reminds me of a store. You ever walk into a store and like right away you're like, I should leave. Like when you get there, I feel like there's whenever they offer you something to drink in a store, that's a sign, So some stores you walk into and they're like, would you like still or sparkling water? And you're like, I left something in the car, I'll be right back. Well, I mean, all my neighbors, they're like investment bankers and partners in legal firms, and then I'm there like, do you eat ass or what do you do, man, And they're like, thanks for buying a house. It's great to have you. Here's what's wild. A current or former United States Senator, I shall not say whom, lives in my neighborhood. Everybody talks about him. I know which house this is. I'd never met him. Now I'm home from tour, and I decide to start my day with a morning walk, a casual walk. Yeah, I have some coffee. Let's get the day started. I go for a walk. I walk past this house. He comes outside. I don't say anything, right? But he yells out. He goes, hey, you the comedian? I go, yeah. He goes, where do you think the term comes from? Hello, it's nice to meet you. I go, I don't know. He goes, you think it's from people doing that? I'm like, their moms? And he goes, yeah. I go, I don't know. He goes, how many people do you think do that? I go, more than you want it to be. He's like, that, and I am not making this up. I could not make this up. He says to me, how about daughter? I go, first of all, that's not an expression anybody uses, right? No one's like, check out this crazy daughter fucker over here. I go, if you have kinks, we can talk about them, but not like this. I don't like this at all. And he goes, meh. And he just turns around and walks into his house. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So I keep walking, just contemplating every mistake I've ever made that led me to that conversation, and now I'm walking home. So I walk past his house again. He comes back outside. He goes, hey, I didn't want it to end like that. That was weird. He goes, I thought about it, and the motherfucker's not somebody who their own mom. I go, oh, do you? He goes, a motherfucker is someone who fucks your mom. He goes, and that's the most disrespectful thing anyone can do. So if somebody is particularly rude, you call them a motherfucker. And I go, wow, I am so impressed that you put that together so quickly. I can see why you may or may not be Ted Cruz. And then I walk away, oops. I'll tell you on a grand scale, who's helping nobody lose weight? It's Starbucks. This is true. They have a national training campaign to try to trick you into ordering food. And this is why they're going to order a beverage, so they try to lead you into food. Pull into any Starbucks drive-thru, and now they greet you. They say, welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you to eat today? And you're like, wait, what? I just wanted coffee. And they're like, no shit. What else do you want? So then you're like, I don't know, sausage? Like, what do you have? I don't respect that. I like my shame straight up and honest. And nobody does that better than the West Coast burger chain in In-N-Out. And if you've never been in In-N-Out, get your fucking life together and go. And I want you to go simply so you can experience the most shameful and honest question in all of fast food. Because you pull up and you go, I'll have a double fries and a Coke. And they go, will you be eating in the car? Yeah, I think so. They go, I bet you will, you fat pile of garbage. Doesn't that question sting? You're like, am I living in my car? Why am I eating in my car? Because if you say no, they give you a bag and they're like, leave with dignity. But if you say yes, it's an open tray, and they go, eat out of that pig. And then it falls in your lap. And they go, pick it up. And you're like, and they go, are you going to jerk off when you get home because you're lonely? And they're like, yeah, we're going to give you a free milkshake because you're bumming everybody out. We're fast food workers. You're making us sad. Get the fuck out of here. How's your son? Amazing. Super cute. The most adorable. He's not like Asian baby cute, but he's like right below that. And what they were the cutest. I think they're cuter than bunnies and puppies combined. Personally, I would throw away 20 white babies to have an Asian baby, if it was. But before we started, I was not a very good host, because I was talking about how empty a life I lead. The sadness was hilarious. You told me about your empty house. It's true, and how you sit in your sadness. And I asked you, what do you consume? Like, what's your vice? Do you drink at night? Are you eating cookies? And you're like, I'm consumed by my own sadness. That's hilarious. Well, good. I'm glad I could bring you up with my down. Oh, like you telling me how sad you are has been the best part of my week. Looked at my driver's license as we were having this meeting, and it says I'm 5'11", and goes, bro, 5'11", come on. He shook his head. Then he stood up next to me, and I was like, I tower over you. Come on, that's ridiculous. I tower over you. You can eat peanuts off my head easily. How tall are you? Tom, 5'11", made a joke, and you said, let's build a wall around Louisiana, right? And that made some people very unhappy. People would be like, now you crossed the line with that joke about building a wall. I'm like, do you understand what time we're living in here? Like, do you understand the context? Like, our current administration wants to build a wall to keep people out from, like, quote, shithole countries. I'm just saying, let's put a wall around a shithole state. You know, it's like I fly every week. I never buy a first-class ticket. I buy coach tickets. I buy them so much I get bumped up to first class. I am telling you, the moment I get bumped up to first class, I get washed over with this feeling. I'm like, look at these disgusting poor pieces of trash. Yeah, I'm so much better than everybody. Like, don't stand next to me, dude, you're gross. I dare you to come try to use the first class bathroom from Coach when I'm up there, because I will put my hand on your chest and I'll send you back. I'll be like, no, there's a pig trough in the back for you guys. Go have fun with that. Go to yourmomhousepodcast.com. There's hundreds of episodes. Me and my wife's very juvenile. Lots of farts, but, you know, yeah, that's one thing that makes me happy. You like farts? I do like that. Hold on. I feel better. I got nothing. Just knowing that something was coming is good. Just the answer. I love you. You did have a section where I had to decide if somebody speaks and I had to guess if it's a black man talking or me or you. Tom or black you. Really? Yeah. Go ahead and do it. Can we hear it like that? And I had to guess. Yeah. Hey, yo. Like, that wasn't as good. Let me hear yours. Hey, yeah. Dude, what is that? Hold on. What are you talking about? What are you saying? He's at the University of Miami. You didn't meet him. It's a black guy. I'm half Peruvian. So we've been teaching him Spanish because it's part of his heritage, and I speak Spanish. And, you know, there's also utility in knowing Spanish. So many people speak it. Of course.
Yeah?
And then my wife's Hungarian, which is fine. And she goes, I want him to speak Hungarian. I'm like, why? So he could be an arms dealer or something. Now you're saying that you want a black, aggressive shit-tater in tennis. Yeah, that would be the best. That's an ace, man. Like, that ain't no double fault. Fuck you, like that. Like, that ain't no double fault. Sir, can you please watch your language? Please eat my dick. Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to get over to the bitch. You were talking about the baby on the Netflix show. How old is the baby? 7 months old. How's that going? It's good. I mean, it's very good. He's very cute. He's not like Asian cute, but he's really cute for a white kid. Don't you think? They're the best Asian babies. They're so cute, biracial babies. I mean, really, it's beautiful. Yeah, mix it up. Really? Yeah, absolutely. I like them purebred. I was a freshman in college and I overdosed on GHB. And like I took ecstasy and I drank the date rape drug, but I gave it to myself. That's GHB. That's what GHB is. GHB is, you didn't really know what you were taking, all right? Doctors ultimately found some stuff in your system that I mean, I knew what I was taking because I had taken it before because it's fun to get high, but I didn't realize that I shouldn't take 100 hits at once, like that kind of thing. Have you heard from people who in some way relate to your story and they're like, drugs are fun, you're right, no. You host a podcast with your wife. That sounds like a fake. What do you say about my wife, man? Oh, apologize. Apologize to his wife. I'm sorry, Senora Segura. Apologize. We don't apologize. You don't have that out of your system yet, bro. What's up with those shoes? For me? What color are they? What color? Yes, black. Come on, you've been listening. You've been listening? No, we've been having a debate all morning because your Yan is wearing the same shoes about whether they're navy blue or black. Look at them next to your black pants. They're black. Your socks are blue. Yes. We're not. But it's not about the shoes, Black. All right, well, that's it. Tom Segura settled it. I have a podcast, too. Dude, you know what a podcast is? Yes. Well, why'd you take it like that? Because some people don't even know. I know. Some people don't know blue from black. A podcast is... I just realized recently that I definitely need a hobby because I don't actually do anything. Like, I do this sometimes, and that's it. You know, the same goes for all comedians. We're either doing shows or in hotel rooms. And that's a lot of time to kill. And the truth is, you can only watch so much porn before you're like, all right, I'm going to watch some more. But right now it hurts. I got to find something else to do. I can't describe how bad bombing feels to somebody. Imagine if a girl said, you got weak dick. And then, like, as she said it, another girl walked by and was like, he does. What the fuck? This is like a never-ending line, yeah. And then a whole bunch of them were standing around, be like, you're chatting in unison. They're like, weak dick, weak dick, weak dick. I go to one of these horrible fucking morning shows. 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, the moms taking care of their babies are not like, I'm going to go see this. It's like it's not the right place to publicize stand-up, which is why you did start during the character called DJ Dadmouth. Comedian Tom Segura, a.k.a. DJ Dadmouth, Dadmouth. It's all about the after party, man. I mean, I want to give a shout-out to Kim and Yara Mays and Throatzilla. Yeah. Let's talk about rain real quick, man. Over here, Cedar Rapids here, man. You got a little over an inch. That's nothing. If that's an inch, that's expensive, man. Y'all are wet, man. It's so easy.
What is this deck?
Decorate. They have no rain. Or that you just felt lazy. You didn't putting in the total. So we welcome them in this morning. Good morning.
What's up, man? Shout out to Mercer. Shout out to the Bristol stool chart. I had number 5. That's soft blobs with clear-cut edges.
Because I need fiber. There you go, Tom Segura. They call me duct tape because I always have it on me. You know, like MacGyver, it fixes everything. I'll duct tape your mouth shut. I'll just... Anywhere that you have a hole on you, I'll put duct tape on you. Put duct tape on it. I duct taped your ass today. Oh, Skycam. Oh, look at this. We'd like to thank our sponsors at Orton Homes. Yes. If you're looking for a house and you have money, contact Orton Homes and they'll help you get it. And if something breaks, we'll put duct tape on it. Now, I got to ask about the get up here. You were expecting a blizzard in Syracuse, obviously. No, it's just how I roll, man. I roll like this in July. Yeah, I don't care if it's humid. I don't care if it's 10:01 or 5. I wear fur because there's an old saying, happy hoes eat, sad hoes don't. And I try to stay happy. Welcome, Ohio native comedian Tom Segura, folks. So, okay, before we get into this, shout out to everybody all over the world doing their thing and stuff like that. Shout out to Danias XBLB. You know what I'm saying? Got it. What's it like at home? It's it's not a lot of laughs, man. A lot of smells. There's a smelly house. We have a baby, kids, baby, one kid. But he felt sometimes that all you need, that's all it takes, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of action in the home too, you know, like I got kids that she doesn't know about. So sometimes when she's out of the house, I'll bring other kids over. Hour-long special is right now on Netflix. I said by Netflix, tell us a little bit about the special. I watched it last night. I was telling you a story off air. Start off, it's hilarious. And then you go into some stories where my girlfriend's outside of the room and she goes, huh? He said, what? What did he say? Yeah, it's dirty, but it's hilarious. Yeah. I mean, your girlfriend, here's what I've been trying to figure out. I got into online shopping recently. I guess that's a thing. Here's what I've been doing, though. I shop for things that are, like, way out of my price range. And then after a while, I go, oh, yeah, I can't afford that. Like today, I was looking at yachts online, and then I was telling myself I didn't want them as if they were an option, you know? I was like 55 fifth. That's not even big enough for all my friends and family. I'm not getting that shit. Fuck am I doing? You ever do that? You ever go down like a rabbit hole online and then like 6 hours have gone by and you're like, I'm shopping for the private jet that best suits my needs? I think I found this is it right here. The G550. How much is this place order? $53 million. Well, maybe not now, but maybe later I'll just bookmark that shit. You know what that is? That's a sense of entitlement. That's me thinking I should be associated with this thing and I haven't earned it. I have. Neither of you, but also me. I get that feeling the most when I get upgraded to first class. Yeah, I fly every week. I never buy first class ticket. I buy coach tickets. I buy them so much I get bumped up to first class. And I'm telling you, the moment I get bumped up to first class, I get washed over with this feeling. I'm like, look at these fucking poor pieces of shit. Ugh. So much better than them. Don't stand next to me. Ugh. Dude, I dare you to try to come up from coach and use the first class bathroom. When I'm there, I'll put my hand on your chest, okay? There's a pig trough in the back. That's for you guys, for the big ballers up front. Some people buy first class tickets. I always feel like they know you got upgraded. They always give you the look like, by the way, we fucking know. You can sit up here, but you're not like us. God, it's so weird, people. People ask me like I get asked fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down how crazy that is? Like people come up to me and they're like, hey, you travel a lot, right? And I'm like, yeah, where should I go? I don't fucking know you, man. You ask travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, hey, man, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation? Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, oh, I hate the Asian world. And you're like, oh, shit, I didn't know that about you. Yeah, I killed like 4 of them. What are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah. Now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer, Sam. I met Kevin. I met Kevin on the set of the movie Death at a Funeral. Yes, sir, Death at a Funeral. I met Kevin. I had seen him. He had a special on Showtime, and it was a bunch of young comedians. And Kevin and I think we had like a lunch break or something. And Kevin came up to me and asked for advice. And I'd seen him, and I don't know. I gave him some advice. And it's weird. He's the only guy, Kevin Hart, and as I say, sorry, only guys that ever listen to me. And he literally did exactly what the fuck I told him. I looked at him. I said, yo, man, you're really funny. But your problem is you're competing with these other comedians. They are not your peers. You're better than all of them, but you need to get out of their circle and develop your own voice. That's what I told him, right? True story. I swear to God, within 800 days, Kevin Hart was a bigger star than me. Within 800 days, he was taking parts from me. He's in a movie with The Rock. My last name's Rock. How the fuck he get the fucking parts? From now on, when I see young comedians, they ask me for advice. I just say, shut the fuck up. I actually want to tell a true story about the first day that I met Kevin Hart, because I think it's very telling about his personality. I'm a rapper, and I was booked to perform in Las Vegas at one of those super trashy daytime generic Las Vegas pool parties. That's where Kevin Hart decided to have his actual bachelor party. I think he just likes being around those lowest common denominator type of people that love all his movies and stuff. I think he just likes that vibe. I don't know why he was there anyways. I hadn't even met him yet. I was on stage rapping, you know, really in the zone. I heard the crowd roar. All of a sudden, I assumed it must have been because I had done something cool. But I turned right, and no, it was actually because Kevin Hart jumped on stage, microphone in hand, and actually performed with me for the entire duration of the rest of the show. Which, look, I grew up in Philadelphia idolizing this man. So it was a total dream come true to have this guy materialize out of thin air and meet him right there on the stage. Very cool moment in my life. As years went by, I took a step back and really analyzed what actually occurred that day. The audacity of a man, having never met the performer, to just assume that everyone wants him to just jump on stage and interact. It's totally ridiculous. The way to carry yourself and live life. I don't know how he does these things or gets away with it, but he does. And it's incredible, Sal. I wish I could be a rapper or some shit. I really do. You know why I can't be a rapper, though, man? Because my voice ain't deep enough. To be a rapper, you need a deep voice. That's the only way people are going to want to listen to you on a regular basis. I don't think nobody will buy my album because my voice is too small. Yeah, bitch, I'm a killer. I shoot you in your face. Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die tonight.
Did you just say Pachero?
I'm not buying that shit. If you certain shit just keeps you from being tough. Because ain't nothing tough about this. It don't matter what you say. Ain't nobody gonna take you serious if you swing your feet. It don't matter. I will kill everybody in this tonight. Playing with you? Oh, y'all think it's a game? Nah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the way people treat me around here. Would you talk to a guy who swung his feet if you had a club and I tried to talk to you? Come here, baby. Let me holler at you for a second. You girl. You know damn well who I'm talking to. Wait a second. Let me climb down and get my feet together. Wait a minute now.
Rappers make me laugh, though, I swear. Rappers are funny, man.
You ever see rappers freestyle, like when they be battling each other? You ever notice the more angry a rapper get, the higher his hands get? You ever notice that they start off so kind? Like this is rappers when they freestyle. They're like the dude when he be listening to the other guy. You ready? No, I got him, baby. Wait, this is really how they be. Look, real talk. Hey, look though. Hey, is that a rapper? I'm really trying to be a rapper right now. Like this. This is a real angry rapper. Real talk. I kill niggas. I slayed it. Don't love it. You want to beat me to get it? I'll get it back now. The dude be so confused. Oh, this nigga's crazy. He's about to, she be trying to follow his hands. This thing is crazy. He's about to kill me. He's going to cut me or something. I can't be that guy, man. Want to be. There's so much stuff that I wanted to do that I'm realizing now that I can't do it. Like, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be an R&B singer for a long time, but I can't sing, but I can dance my ass off if anybody in here is trying to be a singer. I'm about to tell you what you need to know to make it all right. There's some more classified stuff. All you know how to do is open your hands, close them, and point. That's it. I know it sounds crazy, Oh, like what? But I'm telling you, wow, it looked good. Watch this. I'm not going to say nothing, but tell me this. Don't look at me. I'm about to say some stuff. Look at, shit. Keep on, sing something. What are you going to say, girl? That or the slide out? You know, the slide out is, you ever see an old group and the old group being a thing? Like the Temptations of somebody? You never know who the lead singer is, so they slide out. They be like this. They slide out and start singing on you. That's the best shit ever. Because they be talking shit, they like, either like, these bitches don't even know what's about to hit. They're about to slide out. He's good. This guy's good. He's good.